When I got to Alabama, I was really wanting to play linebacker and did play linebacker when I was there. In fact, I was slated to play in the first game, and I got injured right before that happened. I think it was 10 days before the first game. We were doing 3-on-3, and I was playing behind Robbie Jones, and I was with the first group, and I was supposed to travel and dress, and got clipped kind of from behind, and I tore ligaments in my ankle, and that was the beginning of my red shirt. Actually, nobody's ever told me I've been redshirted yet. I'm just assuming that I got my last year that I was redshirted my freshman year. But as far as I'll never forget the first day of practice when we're out there with our 45 freshmen. This feels like normal, like a regular high school. In fact, on my high school team, I don't think we had but 28 or 30 players my senior year, and so. We're out there with 45 people. After a while, the third day, you kind of got where you were comfortable. And then watching those guys at the time come out of the tunnel that led from under the Coliseum and watching them come out, and they was the biggest guys I'd ever seen in my life. And they just kept coming and just kept coming. And that's at the point where I thought that, what have I done? This isn't going to be as easy as I thought. And then my first play, I'll never forget it. Also, I was playing linebacker. We'd been going over our little 5-yard hook zone on a pass, and Walter Lewis dropped back to pass. I went to my 5-yard hook zone. About the time I got to my 5-yard hook zone, Joey Jones caught a 60-yard pass. I thought this is a little faster than what I'm used to. Well, playing center is what made me a successful center was quickness, which not everybody's used to at center. But the way we tried to block things was designed around my quickness. And for instance, you'll see me. I'll come out and get the linebacker or the corner coming off the side of on a blitz, where most times the center just stays in and blocks, and they zone out. And I would come out and help the tackle. I'd pull on certain plays. And so it gave us a lot more diversity in plays we ran. And but I was different than most centers. I was not very big. At the time, I probably was average. But I wasn't a big guy compared. I was the smallest offensive lineman that really played at Alabama while we were there. But Bill Cotton is the only offensive lineman that ever outran me, though, and I'll give him that. But usually he's too busy holding during the game that it mattered much. I'll tell you one story. The first game I was really nervous. I mean, it was the first game I was really going to dress, and I was starting, and I was really nervous. I wasn't as nervous as Larry Rose his first start. I didn't almost cardiac and die before the Georgia game, but I was nervous, and so I called my dad. I said, and since I was nervous, so why don't I come down and see you on Thursday? We'll go out to eat. I said that'd be great. So he comes down there. It became real apparent that when he got down there, I think he drank 3 martinis. And he was sitting there, he couldn't even eat. He was so nervous. I was the only one eating. He didn't even order food. So he really didn't help me very much for the first game. And that was the last time I invited him down to help calm my nerves.